The 19th season finale of Heartland, entitled Forgiveness, delivers one of the most emotional and dramatic episodes of the entire series. From Georgie's powerful comeback to a shocking proposal, the finale brings together every heart-touching moment in one unforgettable installment. The episode opens with Jack, Nathan, and Lou keeping watch over Wes's property. When no one appears to be present, they decide to investigate. Inside the barn, they discover several of their cattle that had been stolen by Wes and his accomplice, prompting Lou to call the police. Shortly afterwards, a car arrives and Wes's partner steps out. They manage to apprehend him, but Wes suddenly appears from behind and orders Jack, Nathan, and Lou to surrender, threatening to shoot if they do not drop their weapons. They comply, insisting they only want their cattle returned. Wes refuses and warns them they should never have come. In a dramatic turn, Peter arrives unexpectedly from behind and strikes Wes with a shovel, subduing him, while Nathan captures the accomplice as he attempts to flee. Back at Heartland, Amy helps Georgie train with her horse, but when the horse refuses a jump, Georgie is left disappointed. Meanwhile, the police arrive and arrest Wes and his partner. Lou thanks Peter for stepping in, though he is upset that she went to the property without informing him. While inside Wes's barn, Nathan notices a distinctive grain sack identical to one used at his own ranch. He recalls Gracie purchasing that very grain and is troubled by the discovery, though he says nothing to Jack at the time. Returning home, he finds Gracie celebrating after a customer doubles their order. Nathan pointedly asks whether she feels any guilt, given that Heartland cannot fulfill its commitments because their cattle were stolen. He withholds what he has seen at Wes's barn. Amy later takes Lindy and Georgie on a trail ride and speaks candidly about Spartan's retirement, explaining how she recognized the stiffness in his joints and knew it was time to let him go. She confides that she has noticed similar stiffness in Phoenix and believes he may also need to retire. Georgie protests that Phoenix passed his veterinary check and still has years of competition ahead, but she leaves feeling unsettled. With most of the stolen cattle already sold by Wes, the Heartland family face significant financial strain. Lou considers taking out a bank loan to survive the year. Peter offers his savings, but Jack refuses to accept them, insisting Peter will need the money for Katie's university education. After Jack departs, Peter confronts Lou about risking her life. He tells her he can cope with her being preoccupied, but he cannot bear the thought of losing her, warning that he will not stand by if she continues to endanger herself over business disputes. At the police station, Wes is released on bail. Nathan arrives seeking answers about any connection between Wes and Gracie. Elsewhere, at Katie's writing class, Dex seeks her guidance and reads aloud a letter he has written to Shim, offering forgiveness and asking for an end to dirty play. Encouraged by Katie, he agrees to send it. Meanwhile, as Gracie rides outside, Nathan secretly searches her ledgers and discovers that the transport company delivering grain to his ranch is registered to Wes Kallstrom. He is now certain that his sister and Wes were working together. That evening, Nathan goes to Heartland, intending to reveal everything. Before he can speak, Lindy asks him to read her a story and then to take her to see the fireflies, as his father once did for him. After she falls asleep, Nathan finally tells Amy, Jack, and Lou that Gracie conspired with Wes to steal their cattle and paid him to remain silent. Jack moves to call the police immediately, but Nathan urges him to wait, insisting he has a plan to resolve the matter himself and asking for their trust. The following day, at Georgie's show jumping event, she feels overwhelmed and considers withdrawing, believing she made a mistake entering. Katie shows Jack Dex's letter and suggests he may have misjudged him. Georgie becomes emotional, admitting she still feels the loss of Quinn and fears that everything in her life is changing, especially with Phoenix's uncertain future. Lou reminds her of the deep bond she shares with her horse. Encouraged by her family and reflecting on her childhood with Phoenix, Georgie decides to compete. She and Phoenix deliver a flawless round, finishing first with no faults, filling Jack and the entire family with pride. Later, Jack telephones Dex and offers him another opportunity to work at the ranch, albeit cautiously, acknowledging that Katie sees good in him, even if he remains uncertain. Meanwhile, Nathan arranges to meet Amy, Lou, and Jack at the north fence line and brings Gracie with him. Confronting her, he reveals that he knows the truth and hands Jack the evidence needed for the police. Nathan demands that Gracie sell half of the ranch. Jack offers her a choice: sign the papers immediately and avoid police involvement. Furious at what she sees as betrayal, Gracie nevertheless signs. Nathan assures her he will not prevent her from visiting their father, but believes they should part ways for a time. He apologizes to Amy and Jack for the damage caused, and Jack acknowledges his efforts to make amends. During a family trail ride, Lou apologizes to Peter for acting without telling him, and they reconcile. Georgie then shares exciting news. A stable in Austria has invited her to ride for them. Before departing, Gracie visits her father and reminds him of the special firefly spot, which he had been unaware of earlier. He tells her to pass that information on to Nathan. That evening, Nathan tells Amy over dinner that he intends to sell his ranch in order to compensate both Gracie and Heartland for the stolen cattle. Although Amy insists he does not have to, he remains resolute. He reveals that he plans to purchase Tanner's ranch on Salt Spring Island, where horses at a rescue center need training for several weeks. He suggests that he, Amy, and Lindy could gain valuable experience there and build a life together. Amy is pleased by the prospect, though she worries about how Lindy will feel about such a change. Soon after, Nathan receives a message from Gracie with the location of the Firefly clearing. He takes Amy and Lindy there, and beneath the soft glow of the fireflies, they share a quiet, intimate moment. Nathan tells Amy that he cannot imagine a future without her and Lindy, that they could build a life together and become a family. Then, in a heartfelt gesture, he asks her to marry him. The season concludes on this powerful cliffhanger without revealing Amy's response. As we look ahead to season